Hey, welcome to my channel. My name's Rihanna, and if you have been here before, this is maybe not exactly a typical video for me. I'm not in the kitchen, but I've had a few people ask me recently about how I put my planner together and what that system is. And so I figured with us heading into a new year, this would be the perfect time to walk through that system and show you how you can set up your planner or even just a notebook with this system to make it really work for you. This method has served me really well over the last 1.5 to 2 years through a lot of life changes, another baby, postpartum anxiety, my kids starting to have their own activities and schedules, all kinds of things. It has changed a lot over that time, but that's why I think that it's so great, because it really can morph and change and be something completely different from one month to the next. This is the planner that I use. It is the Hope Daily Planner. And like most planners, it has a few main elements. Monthly calendar, and it has a daily schedule. What I really love about this one is that it has space for me to write in my prayers while I am doing my Bible study and praying in the morning. But the part that I really want to talk about today is this weekly space. Every day on Sunday in this planner, there is this blank space that I have transformed into this system that keeps everything in my life on track. You don't have to have this planner to use this system. You can use any planner that has some white space in it that you can make your own. And if you prefer to do your calendaring electronically, you don't even need to use a planner. You can just have a blank notebook that you use to do this same sort of thing. You can take these elements into a bullet journal or whatever it is that you use. So I put this into my planner every week, but if you have a planner or something else that has that space kind of on a more monthly basis, you can use this same system and just extend it out longer. So I have 4 main elements to this system, I guess is what I'm calling it. I have checkboxes for things that are the same every day. I have a list of things that are different every day, but are probably pretty much the same every week. And then I also have categories of goals and listed accomplishments. And then I also have general to-do lists that are broken up into 3 subcategories. So let's get into it, and hopefully this is something that you can take and run with and really turn into your own thing that's going to work in your life. It's always tricky to fit you into my little closet office here, but I will do my best. So every week I go through and I write this all into my planner. Up here I have these check boxes that, for me, that is where I check off my daily Bible study and prayer. And so I have used multiple layers of these check boxes before. Anything that I want to do on a daily basis, I would put into these check boxes if it's going to be the same every day. This area right here, I personally have 3 columns in it. This is my different every day. For the most part, it's the same every week. So if you were doing this on a monthly basis, it could definitely be weekly things. If you needed to extend this out to make 1 per week of the month, it would just take up some more space, but you could still do that. So the things that go into this for me are my workouts. That definitely does shift a little bit every week, just depending on what else I have going on. The next column I use for my weekly cleaning. So obviously I sort of pick things up every day, usually in the evening, but I try to have my more like deep cleaning things happen weekly. So then this 3rd column is anything that I'm doing that's getting me out of the house and is different from our normal daily routine. So on Wednesdays, I usually have dance practice. On Tuesdays, I have a Bible study. And so I that's what goes into that. That one's the one that's really different every week. These are my general to-do lists. And so over here in the just do is gonna be things like, oh, I really need to pay the water bill. And anything else that's just a general, doesn't fit into any other category. Pray is fairly obvious. I think these are people or things that are going on that I want to make sure that I am praying for. I would like to find a way to make this extend longer than a week and not have to be putting it in every week, because inevitably something gets lost. But that is fairly self-explanatory. people though, this is the one where I write down people that I need to get in touch with, whether it's somebody that I want to try to actually get together with that week, or if it's somebody that I just need to call and they're not close, I need to get in touch with them. I try to have at least a couple people every week that I'm being intentional about connecting with, so that I'm not just getting lost or only talking to my sisters forever. This next part is the part that's very important to me. I realized when my daughter was about a year old that it was really easy for me to get to the end of the day and just spiral and get caught in this trap of thinking, I didn't do anything today. I just existed and nothing is done and everything's a mess. And I would just look around and just get so bogged down with feeling like I hadn't done anything. I had a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, and everything was constantly a disaster, and I was constantly running around and scrambling and cleaning things up and making snacks and breastfeeding and doing all of the things that a mom of toddlers does, and still feeling so beat up by it all. So what I decided to do is I split my life into 6 categories, and every week I write down 2 or 3 goals that I have in each category of my life. And then at night, almost every night, if we're busy, it doesn't happen, and that's okay because it happens more often than not, I write down at least one thing that I did and I accomplished in each of those categories of my life. And that does 2 things for me. Number one, this is the reason I started it, is because I can look back and I can always see that I have done things. I can never sit down and tell myself I haven't done anything today, this week, this month, because I can look back and see what I did yesterday. But 2, it kind of holds me accountable. I can look back and I can see, oh, I'm putting a lot of energy into this area of my life where this one over here is kind of being neglected. And sometimes that's necessary, right? When my kids are sick, they're gonna get a lot more of my attention than the laundry and the dishes are. But I can't do that all the time. I can't spend all of my time doing crafts and never get the laundry folded and put away. I have to be aware of this balance and make sure that priorities are happening first, but other things have to exist in there at some point. And so it's been really interesting over the last probably 6 months to a year, noticing where I want to spend my time and where I need to work a little bit harder. So of course, everyone's categories will be different. We all do different things, but the ones that I have given myself are very broad: human, wife, mom, homemaker, friend, and other. I have an other category because I do have a lot of things going on in my life. I have my Bible study, I have my dance team, I have this whole thing. I did doula training last year. So I have a lot of different things going on that I need to keep up with, but I have to acknowledge that none of those subcategories deserve or can have as much time as the others. So I lump all of those in, knowing that every day I will do something, or I will try to do something out of one of these categories, but I'm not going to get all of them in there. Thank you so much for watching and being with me here today. Let me know if you use any of the elements of this system and how they're working for you. And if you have any questions about how to implement this or just some clarification on anything that didn't make sense, let me know in the comments and I would be happy to chat with you about it, because I love planning things and I love organizing things and color coding things. This is one of those areas that I really nerd out on. See you next time.